Woo! Mobile hyperlapse tutorial coming up. Before we start, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell to be updated of my videos, my vlogs, and my tutorials on this channel. So, let's begin. Basically, a hyperlapse is a moving time-lapse. Most of the videographers use the step-and-shoot method. Some are using the time warp feature of the GoPro. But for this tutorial, we will only be using a tripod with a phone holder and our mobile phone. You can shoot by either downloading a hyperlapse app, both available for iOS and Android, or just simply use the time-lapse mode of your camera. Now on this tutorial, I will divide the topic into 3 subtopics: before hyperlapse, during the hyperlapse, and after the hyperlapse. Before doing the hyperlapse, you need to set up your mobile phone in order to have the best video. To do this, you need to plan your shots, whether it might be going forwards, backwards, orbiting, or with a reference point. Once you're done with that, go ahead and fire up the application or the time-lapse of your mobile phone. Turn on the grid of your camera settings so you have a better control of your reference point using the rule of thirds or simply putting it on the center. Take an invisible tape and put a small part on the center and put a mark on it. Fix your exposure by clicking on the screen. And now you have the option to start on a slow motion video right before the hyperlapse to make it more cinematic, just like what you saw on the intro. To do this, shoot your starting scene on a higher frame rate at normal speed. Stop on your desired starting point for the hyperlapse. And that brings us to our next step, which is during the hyperlapse. When shooting hyperlapse, walk at a normal speed as much as possible. Not too fast, not too slow, just a normal speed. Keep your arms on the side of your body for steadier motion. When doing an orbit hyperlapse or multiple motion hyperlapse, move with your body. Do not move the camera around for smoother and steadier motion. When you decide to stop your hyperlapse, try to keep it steady on the last frame and switch back to video mode, which brings me to my last point. Now, shooting a video after a hyperlapse is an option that I personally like because it gives you more cinematic and dramatic effects when doing the transition from hyperlapse to a video. For this tutorial, I will be using the Final Cut Pro 10 application to edit the videos, to smoothen the videos, to give it more cinematic, to add sound design and soundtrack, and to add more life, making it a better video as a whole. Now, it doesn't matter what editing software you will use as long as it can speed up your video. Now let's put our videos on a timeline. Speed up according to your preference. You may need to go with the beat of the soundtrack that you will be using if you have any. Now bear in mind that when you adjust the speed of your hyperlapse, the speed may not be the same for all your hyperlapses. Also, you may need to reverse a certain clip just to tie up your video on the same motion for a better transition. If you're happy with the speed, let's add some directional blur to the video to give more life and depth to the hyperlapse, as if it is moving on a fast motion. For Premiere Pro users, you can add the motion blur effects under the Effects tab. Now let's add some sound design and color grading to our hyperlapse. And there you go, hyperlapse using mobile phone. Now remember that you can add some more effects, adjustments, and play around with the speed so that you can get the best results of your hyperlapse. Now, for those who are editing using their mobile phones, I recommend to just speed up your video or maybe reverse the clip to connect and tie up all your hyperlapses and to make it more stable. And that's it for this tutorial, guys. I hope you like this video. Sana nagustuhan nyo and sana magamit ito sa mga videos na gagawin nyo, and hopefully this will come in handy. Please don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment down below kung may nalagpasan man ako, or if you have any suggestions, or if you have any additional comments for this tutorial, then you're all welcome to write down your opinion. And again, I would like to remind you that we are now on the road for 1K subscribers. Yes! Kaya don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell to be updated on my videos, vlogs, and tutorials, and any other stuff on this channel. So guys, that's it, and I will see you soon on my next video. Peace!